Welcome back to the Marianne Hickman Show. This is talk tip number 29. What the heck am I supposed to talk about on stage? Let me clear this up for you. Check it out. All right, so I often host speaker competitions. It's one of my favorite things to do because I get a whole host of people from all over the world. Maybe you've even been on some of them. What we do is we get together and we jump on a Zoom call, and then I give you 2 minutes to speak on whatever you want. And then we decide on who the finalists are. We put together this big fancy event at the end of the year, and then we have a big winner. JP just won the last one. It was incredible to have him come out. He hadn't been on a plane for 25 years, and he jumped on a plane to come out and compete in this speaker competition. But here's the thing that I got asked a lot. I got messages, I got Facebook DMs, I got Instagram DMs, even after people had registered. And this was one of the questions that kind of shocked me, made my jaw drop quite a bit. What am I supposed to talk about? Am I going to be given a topic? How do I know what to speak on? And my first response is, well, whatever's on your heart. But here's the reason that we don't know. It comes from one of two things. Number one is you don't have experience speaking, and so your mind just draws a complete blank when thinking about getting on stage, and you're like, but I don't know how to tell my story. I don't know if there's a blueprint for this. How am I going to be graded? And we just have a total brain fart, and we don't know what to say. Number two is you have so much to say that it's hard to whittle down into the most effective or poignant or emotionally connecting keynote presentation. So in my 11 steps of the speaker journey, this is step number 1. Define your expertise. So if you're asking, what do I talk about on stage? Here are some clues, okay? If you're building a business as an entrepreneur, and if you're a coach, that's a good indicator of what you should be talking about. What are you coaching about? What's your business do? Why do you do your business? What are the things that you're passionate about? Here's another clue. If you have a bunch of friends that are asking you for advice on the same thing, that's a good clue that people want to hear that advice from you, which makes a perfect presentation. I got an email the other day that asked this question: is every presentation, every talk, the same thing as a motivational speech? And I said, well, yes and no. Here's the thing. If it's a motivational speech, then yes, it's a keynote. That's a signature presentation. But not every signature presentation is necessarily a motivational speech. It might be educational. If you want people listening to you to actually pay attention, you better make it entertaining on some level, because there's only so long that any of us can listen to someone drone on. But it doesn't have to be this motivational hoorah-rah, and it doesn't have to be this ultra boring educational thing. It can be you. It can be your personality. It can be what excites you. I love teaching people about this principle. It's called the Ikigai. Now, I didn't make up this phrase. I know it sounds like it, but I actually pulled this phrase from Japan. I was watching this show called Blue Zones on Netflix. Highly recommend it. Check it out. But this principle combines 4 different questions. And when you can answer these 4 different questions with the same answer, then I've got good news for you. That's not just what you speak about. It is what you build courses around. It is what you post about on social media. It's what you put in your emails, and it's what you take pictures of, and it's what you become known for. So here's the 4 questions. If you need to pause and answer these during the course of this video, you have the power to do that. So number 1, what am I good at? This is a very good question. What am I really good at? What is so simple and comes so naturally to me that other people look at and they're like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. But you don't even think twice about it. What am I good at? Number 2, what does the world need? What does the world need more of? Does the world need more nutrition? Does the world need more hope? Does the world need more entrepreneurs? What does the world need? Remember, these things are going to start to overlap here in a second. Okay, what am I good at? What does the world need? The next question is, what do I enjoy doing? This is really important because you might be really, really good at something, but you might hate doing it. Usually we call those jobs, right? You're good at it, but you hate doing it. Entrepreneurs, we're breaking free of that because we want to make jobs that we love doing so we never have to retire or create a life that we need to take a vacation from. So what do I enjoy doing? Maybe I enjoy crafting. Maybe I enjoy speaking. Maybe I enjoy making soup in the kitchen or cooking sourdough or whatever the case may be. And then this last question, after these first 3, is what can I get paid for? Ooh, that's a good one, isn't it? What can I get paid for? What can people give me money for? Now, people pay me when they see value, and I create value by either shortening the time on something, saying, hey, it took me 10 years to learn this, but I can put you on a path that's going to make you this in 1 year. That's valuable to me, right? When you can take information that might be all over on the internet, like on YouTube and then blog posts over here, and you can collect that information and put it in one single place, that's also valuable. I'm saving time as a consumer because I don't have to go to all of these different places. So I will pay in exchange for that. If I have a one-stop shop, yes, I'm going to do that. People also pay for quality. They want luxury. They want a better experience. They want a healthier life. They want to live in a more beautiful home, or they want to take a vacation or travel. If you're enriching their lives in some way, that's of value. So when you think of this question, what can I get paid for? It should be all encompassing to those 4 questions. When you can answer all 4 of those questions with the same answer, you not only know what you should speak about, you know exactly what to build your business around. You know exactly what customers are going to pay for. You know exactly what to fill your courses and your modules and your books with. You know exactly what to be posting on social media. And you've just made your business as a coach a whole lot easier because it is a one thing, one same thing, and you're just repeating it over and over and over again. Now, here's the caution. Listen up. If you feel like you're a broken record because you're saying it over and over and over and over again, good. Once you get sick of saying it, the people are going to start to understand it. The moment you get sick of repeating yourself is the same moment that people start to pick up on what you're putting down. Those light bulbs are starting to go off. So I know you're going to feel like you sound like a broken record. I know you're going to feel like you're repeating yourself. But guess what? We don't all learn things on the first try. So keep going. Keep putting it out there. Keep sounding like a broken record. Keep innovating. And also, keep revisiting this Ikigai. The reason for that is because you might throw something down and be like, oh, I need to tweak this a little bit. I don't know if I really love doing that part of it. Maybe I love doing a smaller part of it. And I'm going to pursue that. When people say niche down, we avoid this because we think we have to exclude all these other things. But what we're actually doing is doing more of what we enjoy doing and getting better at that one thing. Alex Hormozi talks about this. Rather than spreading your skills across 10 glasses, pour all of that energy into doing one thing extraordinarily well, and you might be shocked as to how much business you can generate. I have seen people get massage over Zoom. If that person is getting a massage therapy session over a Zoom call, then I'm betting your business can be generating clients as well. Thank you for joining us today. Let me know in the comments below what your questions are, and we will put those on the next Talk Tips. We'll see you next time.
Marianne Hickman here again. Listen, I hope super helpful for you. Maybe you learned something new. Share with me in the comments what was valuable. Or if you have this whole separate question like, hey, I wanted to know about this. I wanted to know about stage fright. I want to know how about my presentation on stage. I want to know about how to dress on stage. Anything that you want to know that's relevant to growing your business through stages, put in the questions. Because guess what? I go through and answer all of those personally. That's not an agency or a VA. That's me going through and looking at your questions because you are who I am here for. So last thing is I want you to get this database. If you haven't gotten it already, now I've got thousands of downloads on this thing, so maybe you've got it, but if not, make sure you go to mariannehickman.com/database. What that's going to do is take you to a page. You're going to input all of your information. We're going to send the database to you. You're going to request access to it. I keep it locked down so I can make sure I get it to just the right people. And you're going to request access. And then once you have that, you're going to go through and apply to podcasts that have the topic that you'd be an expert speaking on. Here's the thing. I get this database updated twice a week. So there's always new stuff in there. And if you're a podcaster, there's even a list of 400 plus guests that you can have on your show on that podcast. Maybe you end up doing a podcast swap and you grow your audience that way. Regardless, I want you to get it. So mariannehickman.com/database, and we'll see you in the next Talk Tips.